Lovely wishes to you all, children. Today we will study a new lesson in second language English. Before going to the lesson, children, I would like to tell a story. Are you ready? Okay. Say, children, story about Sangappa. Sangappa is a farmer in Prasadapura. He got his son admitted to a nearby school. That school was a bit different from other ones, and it was located in an ashram. Sangappa went to the ashram one day to see how his son was getting on. He opened the gate and went in. What he saw surprised him, for there were no classes. Students had freedom to go wherever they liked. At a distance, some students were reading books and trying to get by heart some questions and answers. He looked around for his son. A greater surprise was awaiting him, for his son had been sitting on a tree watching the birds singing. Also, he was trying to draw the bird in a book. Sangappa went straight to the headmaster's office. He said, "I'm sorry, I thought my child was learning, but look where my son is." "I am really sorry," said the headmaster, replied quietly. "Well, Sangappa, I too feel sad, but not for your child, but for those bookworms," and pointed towards the boys trying to memorize answers. Sangappa could not make out anything. He said, "Are you joking, sir?" "No," said the headmaster. "Your son is studying nature and he is learning, but those kids are not." Children, this is the story. Did you understand? Now let's check your understanding. Children, try to answer for these questions. What was his son doing? Yes, sitting on a tree and watching the birds singing, and also he was trying to draw the bird's picture in a book. What did the headmaster say about the learning? What did the headmaster said about the learning? Headmaster said that reading and memorizing the answer is not learning. Real learning is studying the nature and learning on it. Next question. Does the learning means only reading books and preparing for the exam? Answer is no. It is not also mean observing surrounding and only learning from it. Only preparing for the examination is not learning. We should get knowledge for life or living. Children, today we will learn about such a school founded by Rabindranath Tagore. You can see a beautiful photo essay of Rabindranath Tagore here. What is photo essay, children? When a story is told using photographs is called a photo essay. Now we will move on. Rabindranath Tagore. Let's see about Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore was born in the famous Tagore family. He was the youngest of 13 children born to Debendranath Tagore and Sharada Devi. Rabindranath Tagore's father, Debendranath Tagore, was a Hindu philosopher and a religious reformer. The Tagores were art lovers who were known throughout Bengal for their influence over Bengali culture and literature. Rabindranath Tagore was very young when his mother died, and since his father was away most of the time, he was raised by the domestic help. Domestic help means working in a house. Having been born in such an art-loving family, he was introduced to the world of theatre, music and literature from an early age. Rabindranath Tagore wrote his first poem when he was 8 years old. See the picture. Rabindranath Tagore avoided classroom schooling and liked roaming about. His brother Hemendranath helped him with his studies. He learned drawing, geography and history, literature, mathematics, Sanskrit and English, his least favorite subject. Tagore did not like formal education. Years later, he said, "Proper teaching does not explain things. Proper teaching stokes curiosity." His main works, Gitanjali, a collection of 157 poems in Bengali. Tagore composed 2,230 songs. He also wrote Janaganamana and also Bangladesh national anthem Amar Sonar Bangla. Galpagucha, a collection of 80 stories in his most famous short story collection, which revolve around the lives of rural folks of Bengal. In 1901, he moved to Shantiniketan. He started a school in this place. He believed that learning in natural environment would be more enjoyable and fruitful. He got awards like Honored Nobel Prize in Literature on 14th November 1913. He was the first non-European to win this. This is all about Rabindranath Tagore. In this class, we are going to read a personal narrative experience by C.F. Andrews, A Day in the Ashram. Let's know about the writer. C.F. Andrews, Charles Fred Andrews, was an English priest in the Church of England. Later, he became a teacher in India. Soon after that, he joined the Indian freedom movement. He became Mahatma Gandhi's close friend, and this revealed his experience while he stayed in the ashram. This lesson is based on his experience. Students, I am going to read the lesson Listen carefully. A day in the ashram. Words cannot picture to you the beauty of Shantiniketan. Our own poet and teacher, whom we call Gurudeva, has named it in his song, The Darling of Our Hearts, and it is worthy of the name. All who have visited the ashram, old and young alike, have felt its inner beauty growing more and more upon them. If I were to describe to you one day in the ashram with the boys, that would perhaps best bring home to you its inner beauty. Long before sunrise, like the birds in our own Amloki groves, our boys are awake. The choristers are the first to rise, and they go around the ashram singing their morning hymn. You can hear the voices in the distance drawing nearer and nearer, and then the sounds dies away as the choir passes on to another part of the ashram, and then again it comes nearer and nearer. The beauty of the sound in the silent morning air and sense of joy and reverence which it brings give peace to the soul. After an interval, each boy takes his asan, his square of carpet, into the field and sits down on it to meditate in his own place alone. Later on, before the school work begins, the boys all stand together in the shade of the trees and singing their hymn. Till about 10:30, the work of the school goes on. We have no classrooms. The boys sit with their teachers in the open air under the trees. There are no larger classes. A group of 8 or 10 boys are seated around the teacher, asking him questions. Very few books are used. A greater part is carried on through conversation. The boys soon learn to open out their difficulties to their teachers, and the teachers get keenly interested in the boys' questions and answers. Such living education can never be done. Got it, children? While I'm reading, some letters or words are shown in bold red colors. What are those words? Yes, do you know the meanings? Let's see new words. Gurudeva. Who is Gurudeva here? Rabindranath Tagore. Darling, beloved. Hymn, song of praise God. Reverence, respect. Kin showing interest, worthy, valuable. Choir. Choir means a group of singers singing hymns. That is called choir. ಭಜನೆ ಹಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಗುಂಪಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ವರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಮೆಡಿಟೇಟ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೇ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ಲಿ, ಧ್ಯಾನ. ಗ್ರೋ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಪೊದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ವಾ ಅದು. Amloki means gooseberry. Very good. Children, what do you understand? Yes, let's see. A day in the ashram. Here, Gurudeva Rabindranath Tagore called the school Shantiniketan, the darling of our heart, in his poem. Those who visit the school can't explain the beauty of the school in their own words. Children, here C.F. Andrews says his experience in the ashram. Choristers sing their morning hymn. That time, boys in the Shantiniketan awake. The voice of the hymn in the morning is pleasant, chanting shlokas while chorister near to them, and sometimes it hear louder and sometimes it little bit lower because the choristers goes around the ashram. The beauty of the sound give peace of mind and get respect the system. After getting up, children go to a form and take their asan and sit to the meditation. Later on, before schoolwork begin, the boys all stand together under a tree and sing their morning hymn. There were no classroom. Teachers and students sit under the trees. There are no larger classes also. Students group sit around teacher and ask a question to the teacher. Very few books are used. Class goes on through conversation. Here, what is the meaning of conversation? Yes, conversation means talking each other. The boys soon open out with teachers and get knowledge by asking questions. Such a living education given in Shantiniketan. Here is the picture how classes goes on in Shantiniketan. Okay children, what do we have learned in this lesson? Yes, Shantiniketan was a school with a difference founded by Gurudeva or Rabindranath Tagore. Morning alarm was a choir singing hymn waking up all. The boys meditate sitting in solitude and sing hymns after that. The school starts early in the morning under the trees. There were no classrooms and also larger classes. Classes goes on through conversation. I think now you all got an outline picture of the system in the Shantiniketan ashram. Children, now try to answer this question. Read the question and try to answer that. When does the day in Shantiniketan begin? What does Gurudeva call the darling of our hearts? Who are the early raisers in Shantiniketan? Try to see the answer, children. Okay, very good. Write it down. Finished? Okay, let's see the answer. When does the day in Shantiniketan begins? The day in Shantiniketan starts before sunrise. What does Gurudeva call the darling of our hearts? Gurudeva call Shantiniketan the darling of our hearts. Who are the early raisers in Shantiniketan? Choristers are the early raisers in Shantiniketan. is the Shantiniketan ashram. Now let's move on to the home activity. Children, read the lesson carefully and identify the new words and write it down in your notebook. One more activity is write a few lines about your school using the following clues. Name of the school, location, school building, facilities, about teachers, laboratory, library, sports, etc. Can you do, children? Do your homework and then read the text 2 or 3 times loudly. Children, thank you. Have a nice day.